Hello, welcome to part 8 of Let's Play Wasteland on the Commodore 64. Where we last left off, we had explored the Stagecoach Inn and rather unsuccessfully tried to improve any skills through usage. So, with everything done there, what we're going to do is we're going to go finally to raid the courthouse. Yeah, it doesn't look like the robe does anything different. I think, though, it does allow me to do some moving around in a temple somewhere else. Snake squeezes. Now, ignoring the fact that there is a tunnel leading from the hotel to the courthouse, that doesn't seem at all suspicious. We're going to, well, we won't go into the front door. That could actually have been a fair bit of fun. What's more is if you wanted to, if you felt confident and you wanted to gain experience, you just intentionally say the password wrong, and all of the enemies will be tougher. On the other hand, what you can do is you can do just the opposite. Just trying to draw a mental picture of using a sledgehammer to break glass while you're grabbing, a big fistful of vines on one hand, sledgehammer on the other. Kind of funny looking. Okay, so what we will attempt to do is we're going to attempt to knock out the guard. Excuse me for a moment while I look for my paragraph book. Now I'm trying to silently move on top of the guard. Huey, Dewey, or Louie, I can't remember. And they say 107. Paragraph 107 says, you lift Louie's lifeless wrist to look at his gold ID bracelet. Twisting it over to view the underbelly, you see 27 etched on the dull surface. Oh, we got Louie at the door, now there's just Huey and Dewey. Of course, they're gonna take it. Oh, I guess it didn't take much of a beating at all. So let's take a look. Our next paragraph is going to be, of course, the bulletproof shirt. We gotta give it to somebody. 147. 147? You flip the lifeless Huey onto his back with the toe of your boot. After you rummage through his pockets, you start removing his jewelry, having a particularly hard time working his ID bracelet over his swollen hand. Finally separate it from the dearly departed with a hard jerk that pops the bracelet off. Flipping it over, you read the etching of 11. Last 155. You unceremoniously rip the bracelet from Dewey's limp wrist, rubbing it against your chest several times to remove the blood. You see 16 engraved on it. Now, we're gonna give Danny Citrine, so we've managed to revive him. Now, if I hadn't managed to overpower Louie at the door, he'd be dead right now. What I'm gonna do, however, is I'm gonna attempt to hire him. Now, as far as it goes, Danny is not a fantastic hireling, but at the same time, he's certainly not the worst that I could pick up. Now I'll pass a few things over to Danny. Of course, give him a melee weapon. Now, I don't recall looking at Danny Citrine's skills, so later on what I'll do is I'll pause the game for a bit. It will, of course, have to be next session, or the next video where I finally invade Ugly's hideout. Oh, gee, some high stakes poker here. Okie dokie. Now, I'm not quite sure what the how to open those drawers. Really, I'm thinking I gotta picklock one of the squares around me. I could probably also use I wonder if I could use bureaucracy there. Of course, first I've got to get somebody with bureaucracy. Yeah, we'll take those with us. We might actually need some plastic jugs for later. Huh. Trying to figure out how to reload from the menu. It is possible, I just forgot how. Again, I'm not really worried about those ammunition clips unless I've got automatic weapons. I might as well leave them there because they'll clutter up my inventory. Now, is that the first or is that the third floor? Okay, here we are, third floor. This is where the jail cells are. And I'm going to, once again, attempt to improve my skill levels through usage. Spoiler alert, I suck at it. Sonata. Sonata. That's a swell idea. Wished I'd have thought of that. Okay, so the guard's gonna leave us alone. See if there's any clues. Oh, awesome, Mayor Pedros. Now, Mayor Pedros is probably quite a boon to have in the beginning. Oh, okay. $1,000 cash. Now, I've jotted down a note for later that I may actually want to try bureaucracy on those filing cabinets. For the time being, though, I'll just save them until later. Besides, I've got no one with bureaucracy. Suppose I could use an attribute like intelligence, but the skill would probably work out a whole lot better. Now, I somehow remember that there are actually dogs in there if you have to go with the hard road. take the cash. These split up really good too, don't they? Okay, this brings us to about the end. So, outside of that little point of interest about checking the filing cabinets with a more appropriate skill, I'm going to attempt to leave, or will I? My next destination is going to be Ugly's hideout. There's a couple of ways to invade the hideout. I haven't quite decided right yet, but before I tackle the next part of this game, I'm going to decide which avenue I'm going to use, and then deal with Ugly as I see fit, I guess. So, I guess thanks for watching, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Thanks very much.